just a plus and I'm pretty too. And you can say with it, no, it's like that, just my pretty privilege. I'm always gonna get it, just a plus and I'm pretty too. And you can say with it, no, it's like that, just my pretty privilege. Yeah.
Well, here we are, back in the cut, but not in the same cut. You can't see no white. You can't see no white, it's just ambiance.
Can you see the names on the cups? We leveled up, bitches. I'm just gassed to be back. How are you guys feeling?
I'm happy to be back. I feel like we've actually been absent for a
For
long
time.
Like season 2.
I know you lots are tired of the quarantine specials. Look, anyways, can we just pay attention to the cups?
I know.
It has our names on it. Exciting.
Big
Wait, chin,
business.
chin, 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 chin.
Big business.
I can't reach you, but Bluetooth. So what's everyone been up to? Because obviously we've been away for a minute. So let's, because defo you two have been up to much. So
Back into it. No, I'm excited to be back, man. Honestly, guys, I appreciate you guys for being patient with us. Like, we're back and we're better. That's all I'm saying.
tell them what you've been doing.
Everything.
You need to tell them what you've been
The
doing
only thing
because
that's
they
off the
need
list is making music, boy. I could just jump on the thing like Rene and them lot. Like, I could literally start making music like all the girls on YouTube.
No.
I'm playing.
Yeah, well, anyway, I've just literally been designing, working from home.
How's that going?
It's been great,
A lot of
actually.
sleepless nights? Yeah.
You know how it is already. But yeah, no, a lot of sleepless nights. My son actually has a business as well, so he's
Big him up.
We've literally been just. It would be from Saturday to Sunday. He works on the weekends, but then because of the whole Corona situation, we were kind of working throughout the week as well. So you know, that's really what I've just been doing.
How about you? How have you been?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. What about me? I've been good, working from home, trying to lose weight, putting on weight. You know.
It's all going to the bum.
Yeah, all going to the. It's going to the right places, small. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm good, but I'm even better now that I'm here. So let's just crack on. So let's talk. We might as well talk blackness. Let's talk blackness. So during the beginning of lockdown, we was talking about the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
And since then, I mean, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's calmed down, or do you feel like people are still pushing that agenda? From what you've seen, like from what you've...
I don't know. I feel like it has calmed down. And like everyone did say, we're going to be banging out Black Lives Matter for that week, for the time everyone was protesting. And everyone was trying to say we need to keep the momentum. But obviously it has gone down a bit. Like, let's be honest, so much stuff has happened that distracts us from the point of pushing the Black Lives Matter. But it's got better. We are still trying. I feel like people are still now and again bringing it back to Black Lives Matter, but obviously it's gone down a bit. We still need to push the narrative though, because it is Black Lives Matter forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, it should never stop. It should never be a thing that dies down until we are really, really on levels like...
Well, I mean, things are... Like, people are doing bits. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, Fiona Lamptey becoming the director of UK features for Netflix. Have I said her name right? I don't know if I said that.
I don't even know
Oh,
her name.
did I say that right? And Kamala Harris, the first black...
How do you feel about
vice-
the Twitter making noise the other day? Like, trying to say
I'll
not
be
all
honest,
mixed
I
race
don't
people
use
are
Twitter
black.
I don't even use Twitter. Sorry.
Oh, is
Go on,
it?
sorry, enlighten us.
No, they were saying basically Kamala Harris and like mixed race people, are they really black? Did you not see that argument?
I haven't seen that.
It was a proper thing, like, and
Well,
I
I
was just
thought people
thinking,
were
now, are
classing
we
them as
really
black.
doing this now? Like, I was like,
Yeah.
are we really doing this? Because to me, mixed race, any little bit of black in you, you're allowed to claim to be black. Like, you're black. Do you know what I mean? You have the right to say you're black. So they was getting on to mixed race people. They was getting on to Big Zoo. Do you know
Oh
Big
yeah,
Zoo?
I saw that. Yeah.
And he
I
actually,
saw
I
that.
think he's
Who is that,
his
sorry?
black side is from Sierra Leone.
He's an artist and like a
YouTube
presenter.
comedian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What
But
does he
he's-
do? Like, is there any specific thing that he does? Like, if you called him, I'd know who that is.
He does a lot, man. He does a lot. All I know is he speaks Creole. So
Okay, cool.
he's mixed race. I think his black side is from Sierra Leone, but he fully speaks his language. Like, he grew up going to Sierra Leone all the time. How can we tell him
That
he's not black?
Yeah, yeah.
So do you know what I mean? I kind of felt sorry for mixed race people that week. I felt like, oh God, there's always something. And it's always our own people questioning them. It wasn't like a white person saying, oh, are mixed race people really black? It was actually black people saying that.
I feel black people feel as though they're the gatekeepers to what is considered black and what isn't and stuff like that. I feel like they always do it. They're always questioning people. But
But then if it's not them, who is it to do that then? Do you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone should.
Yeah.
If someone decides that they want to, say, for example, you know, you said he's from Sierra Leone. if he decides, if that's what he's grown up with, his mum's Sierra Leonean, if that's what it's called, if he's always grown up going there, that's the side of his family that he's always known. Why do we get to question that if that's what he identifies as? And I feel like it's constant. And then we say Black Lives Matter, and then we do stuff like that. So it's kind of like, you know, it's always something. As far as the movement goes, I agree with you in terms of we need to keep the momentum going. I have personally made a conscious decision to shop black. And just things like that. So I'm going to continue doing that.
How's like, because obviously you make clothes, how's that, do you feel like since that's happened that like there's been like, and I don't know if you get like statistics of what kind of people are obviously.
No, you'll get the country where they come from. You'll get, what else do you get? You get the age range, and that's about it.
What about like DMs then? Like, do you get people DMing?
I don't really get anyone DMing me actually. I get emails that come from the website that go directly to, but I don't actually get anything from my actual Instagram.
So you can't see if they're like black or
I have had about 3 black customers that I know of, and actually those did come from Instagram. So those are like the only 3. But aside from that, everything kind of goes through the email on the website, and that's about it.
What about Denise? Do you feel like within music, do you feel like, I don't know, you've been given more opportunities or requested to do, like, do you know what I mean? Or does it just feel normal?
It feels normal, but I was recently working with a brand called Daniel Diprier, and black owned, they make handbags, clothes and everything, and it's quality. And the good thing that happened is when that dropped, it dropped around the whole Birkin hype, you know, when everyone was talking about the Birkin things. And then I saw a lot of the blogs posting the bag and saying, basically F Birkins, let's shop black, like basically let's support this black owned business and the handbags. And the support's been a lot. Like we've been getting a lot of support. Yeah, it's been a lot of black people, like a lot of, even like friends and family who know that I'm working with the brand, they're happy to just go support and buy. Like they're not even asking me for freebies. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like the support's been, so I can see a difference. Like people are trying. So, but the good thing about Daniel Diprier is the quality's there as well to match it. It's just not a black-owned business, and you know it's, do you know what I mean, pants, and we're just supporting because it's black. So I think it's getting somewhere, man.
Because I do feel like some people do that. They're just like, I'm gonna support it just because it's black-owned, not because I actually like it or I think that they're giving me, like, no, not that, and that's just me. No, but that's just me being honest, because I don't feel people should feel like obliged to have to support something just because it's black owned. Like, if what I'm paying for is worth the money, then absolutely. But I'm not just gonna support. Like, there needs to be some boundaries and some levels to it. I know people are gonna get at me for it.
I'll be that black person. But I want my refund.
Exactly. See what I mean? No, like,
listen, my refund is not making it.
And then they'll come, see, black people, this is why we can't support each other. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. But do you think it's like a gimmick? Like, do you feel like people are like given these opportunities, or people, like I just said, like people are buying things just to like tick a box and be like,
no, but let's be honest, black people are very critical of things, you know. We're not just gonna free up our peas just anyhow. So a lot of black people do want to support black if it's making sense, if the service is correct, if the products are perfect, they're happy to spend their money and support. But obviously if it's not, they're going to be the first people to say, I want my money back, bro. That £80 could feed my kids for a month or whatever. They're going to be explaining what the money could have done, do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I'm that black person as well, though. Like, if it ain't making it, I want my money back.
Do you feel like it was needed, like obviously like the whole BLM movement for this to happen, or do you feel like in time this would have just happened anyways, like people would have grasped on, or do you feel like we're not that advanced, like we needed something big to happen for people to be like, because I do feel like we was very laid back with it, do you know what I mean? I don't feel like we was really pushing for the position that most of us want as black people.
I definitely feel like this kind of got the ball rolling, 100%. I like you said, I feel like black people are really critical of each other. And I feel as though like subconsciously we're kind of taught or feel as though we shouldn't shop with our own. And so that's why for many years...
Do you think that we shouldn't shop with our own?
No, subconsciously we're taught that. So like, let's say that there was a black shop, a hair shop. Yeah. I feel like people are more inclined to go to the Asian man as opposed to that.
Do you think?
Yeah, I feel like it's...
I just feel like there's not a lot of them. That's just like I feel like I would have probably went to but there's just none. Like, I've not really come across any like black hair shops.
Yeah, no, around my mum's area there is one, and the only reason why I personally don't shop there is because I feel like their prices are much more expensive than the Asian man shop. So that's my reason. That's always been my reason for not going. But aside from that, I feel like subconsciously black people don't really support each other in that way. I genuinely do feel that way.
But I feel like a lot of people, what you just said, like a lot of people say that people would rather go to someone else than their friends because they don't want to pay that amount. I guess it's a similar concept, isn't it? Like
100%, yeah.
But then I don't know them. Why do you think people make the prices so high?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean though? Like if the Asian man can sell it that cheap, why?
But you know what? I think it's because of the fact that the distance in between. Because, all right, my mum lives in like kind of Harrowish, and then the next kind of like where you get the Asians is in Harlesden.
Yeah.
So people will, and that's obviously, I don't have any of those hair shops down by me. So if I am going to go to there, I'll make that trip down to Harlesden and then just, buy from Harlesden because I know it's much more cheaper than the one that's in Wembley.
Just shop black, guys, bruv. Just keep shopping black. That's all I'm thinking in my head. Like,
yeah,
we've got to make change. Like, we just got to keep supporting each other and it will work. Like, it will work in the end. What did you touch on in the beginning about the 3 women in powerful positions?
Oh, just to share our thoughts on them. Like, how, like, black women, not just black women, but just how black people have elevated to, like,
Can I say
certain
something in relation to that? I do feel like there is a lot of pandering. I really genuinely do feel that way. And it's like, for example, let's say there's an award show and in previous years it's been white people who have won that nomination. I do feel as though, like, in recent years, they have done a lot of pandering to black people just to make it look like, woohoo, like Lupita, when Lupita came out, it's like, woohoo, there's one, token black person who can fill that role. I do feel ever since the Black Lives Matter movement came about, they have been pandering a lot to black people.
Do you think?
So I sometimes question whether it's genuine and is it really real?
I think time will tell as well.
100%, yeah.
And sometimes you can be put in that position, but you really ain't even got no chat, bruv. Like, you really ain't really making the final decisions. You're just there, like...
Just that face. Just to be that face, but you're really not.
And having that face does a lot. Like, especially, it makes a lot of black people support. Do you know what I mean? Like, even just down to, like, the Trump and Biden thing. What Biden said 1-2 things to black people, and they all voted for him. We don't even know if he's really for us.
No, he's not, because...
That's what I'm trying to say.
He, in previous years, like, his manifesto has included, like, mass incarceration of black men. So I sometimes look at stuff like that and I'm just like, all you have to do for black people to support you is say something that, gets everybody happy, and then black people are like, yeah, we're going to support. But then I feel like we don't even realise the power we possess, because as soon as we say something's cool, everyone says something's cool. In terms of fashion, in terms of music, in terms of anything, we make everything cool. And I feel like black people just don't know the power they possess, and I feel like that's something we need to realise amongst ourselves, how much power we actually possess.
All I know is I've been walking with 2020 is giving me more vim as a black woman. Like, I feel solid. Like, I walk with my head held high. Like, no one in this room ain't taking that for me. And I just hope everyone else feels like that.
So, like, with everything that we've kind of discussed and, like, with everything that's happening now, do you feel like we're actually owning our ish, or do you feel like we're being owned, like people are kind of using us? Do you feel like we're like guinea pigs, or like poster girls and poster boys?
Yeah and no. Like, I don't want to be saying, oh yeah, we're being owned, do you know what I mean? That would just kill it for all of us. But to a certain degree, I don't feel like we're owning shit yet. Like, we're still being owned to a certain degree. And I feel like a lot of people do like to put out black this, black that. Oh, we've got black shows on Netflix now, we've got black shows on Channel 4 now. But how long are we going to have these black shows? Are they going to stay for the next 10 years, forever, prime time? Like, are we really getting the shows, or is it just now that we're going through the Black Lives Matter?
Because they had, like, the whole BAME, like, Channel 4, like, kind of black cast, black producers, black everything, basically. But then it's like, well, it's only for a short amount of time, isn't it? Just to be like, oh, yeah, we're supporting it. Like, oh, yeah, like, black
But you know what? I feel like Channel 4 have always been slightly inclusive. Because I remember
but
years
inclusive
ago,
enough though. Like,
no, but you know what? They've always had, kind of around the Black History Month, they've always had but they've really been inclusive.
They try more than BBC.
Yeah, if you compare it to others, they always have been. And I remember actually watching, I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but she's a social scientist, and her name's Jane Elliott. and it was years ago, but it was called How Racist Are You? And she did like a little test study, put like people of like different colours and whatnot in a room, and literally separated people by dark eye colours and light. And then she gave the dark people the good treatment, and then the ones with the light eyes bad treatment. And she basically, the test came back, and it was that people usually, well, the ones with the light eyes always felt as though she was all right, let's go back. She was an elementary teacher, and by the end of it, she said that a lot of the time, the children who had the lighter eyes, or white kids, always felt as though they had, like, subconsciously,
Like the lighter-eyed kids felt like they're more superior, just
basically naturally, like subconsciously.
But then
to
do
the
you
ones
think
with
that
the dark
stems
eyes.
from like their parents maybe saying like, oh, you're, you know, like when you have
No,
something about you, like a feature, like, oh, your eyes are so pretty, like maybe that was just,
but
you can't really be born like, yeah, I'm the shit.
No, but it was because of
depends on
no,
your
but you
way
know
you're
what?
growing up now.
But what it was showing was that white people who usually have lighter eyes
Yeah.
are always favoured to black people.
Yeah.
That's literally what the case study showed, and it would show by the treatment. And she was saying things like,
But is that because it's different? Because most people just have standard brown eyes.
Yeah,
Do you
you're
know
not
what I
really
mean?
gonna get a black.
no,
person
but
with
it
green
was
eyes.
literally just to show to cause a
Yeah,
division
yeah.
by using something as small as that,
Yeah.
and then showing how people reacted to that division.
Yeah.
Because the ones with the light eyes were actually treated really badly, and then the people with the brown eyes, and then you'd see, like, if you cross-reference like everything that was taking place,
Yeah.
you'd realize that a lot of the times white people are in privileged positions, and then they would make. I don't know how to explain it. I'm so sorry.
But back to it, do you guys feel like we're actually in a position of ownership now, or are we being owned? Like, just to,
I think we're being owned.
Yeah.
we're still being owned.
I
I
think,
think
yeah.
we've got a long way to go.
The only person who I'd say is actually breaking boundaries would be Tyler Perry, and he's not even in the UK.
Innit? I need to see like like Boris needs to go. Like, we need one of the man them up there. Like, that's when I'm gonna be like, cool, we're really in the game now. See like how America had Obama and they still complained after Obama left, like it wasn't enough or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just a bit behind. So once we get like a black prime minister in
Do you think
the
that's what we
United
need
Kingdom,
though? Do you think that will make a difference?
I think
Do you
it
think
will.
that's what
Or
we
do you
need?
feel by the time you're there, you're already
You know that, like, whilst
already
Obama-
owned, basically?
Yeah, like I feel like that needs to be from us. Like I don't feel like we should have a figure that's like, okay, yeah, like now we've got
100%.
someone repping for us. Like no, like this should be. Do you know what I mean? Like ready.
But you guys have to, like, even when you look at politics and things like that, like, even with the whole going to Afghanistan, a lot of people were killed under Obama's rule. So black people, again, all they need is just something to, like a black person, and they're going to support. But they're not looking at really what is that black person doing.
It's just because you're black.
Yeah.
That's
We're
why
just supporting because we're black.
I said that even when they had Obama, when he left, people were like, did he even do much for us type of thing? So I'm thinking, was he even being owned? Was that a face?
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Did they just put him there just to get black people
It
excited
was a
and
face.
just take him away again?
And that's why they used like all the musicians, and
Yeah.
they stuck behind him, you know, they rallied behind him and stuff like that. But
so
was he
pressure's
really
on
good?
Kamala Harris as well now then. I feel like there's big pressure for her.
100%.
Them lot was like, she needs to go and see Arrogant Tay because her wig was wiggy. I was like, no, on the internet. Oh, and they said she needs to get a good wig. I said, these guys are so bad.
So still kind of supporting. There was a picture that surfaced the net, as there always is, of a black model for Boohoo. And do you know what? Let's just talk about this. Sorry, let me get it out because I'm really upset about this. No, honestly, because first of all, mind the business that pays you. Because why are you zooming up into a man's foot is, first of all, he was not sporting the foot, he was sporting the clothes. So I don't know why you're looking at a foot unless you got a foot fetish. Second, no, but facts though, why are you zooming into a man's foot? And secondly, I
Who
just
zoomed
think
in? Is it just the person who made the
well,
picture?
no, Yeah, social media done it. And
No,
then
but I blame the brother as well, the guy in the shoot, because you know your feet is busted. Why are you even allowing him to even be in the picture? Brother, I don't have the best feet in the world. Like, God didn't give me everything. They're not as bad as my man's. But even when I do shoots, I'm like, back up a bit, man. Focus up here. Like,
no, but you have to think like that could be like his imperfection. That could be like, do you know what I mean? What he's really conscious
so he's
about.
proud of them.
Well, maybe. I mean, if you're going barefoot on a shoot, like it takes some guts to put something out there that you're not really
he should've
comfortable
wore
with.
socks, man,
Do you get what I'm
maybe.
saying? No.
But I don't, you know
no,
what?
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
guys
no.
care, especially with those black toenails. Guys
No,
with
you
black-
have to care.
Guys with black toenails are always sporting their black toenails.
And then the ones that be like, you better have a white
But-
paper. Those are the ones that be asking for square toes, white peddy, shellac, asking for it, you know. Have you seen your feet?
No. I'm not
That was out of order, but who do we blame? Boohoo or the internet?
Him.
the internet.
I blame him.
No, the internet.
Because Boohoo wouldn't put a female model with busted toes like that.
How do you know that?
Because I know.
Okay, go on Pretty Little Thing, and a girl who always wears shoes and she has corns in her feet.
Do you think so? Have you seen that?
I've seen
Oh,
it.
have you?
Yes. So
I'm not a bad mind person. I'm not really zooming into people.
No, you don't need to zoom in. She's sporting open-toed shoes.
Was it coming over like?
No, it's not coming. No, it's not like it's not like mad. But I'm sure someone's gonna jump in the comments and be like, "Oh yeah," do you know what I mean? Like maybe
But
she
I
don't
saw
like
that
her
guy's
feet.
feet and that was bad.
Yeah, but no, what I don't like is that people are saying, "Oh, like this is a bad representation of black people." How can one person, because he's got a dry foot, represent all the black people? Like, make it make sense. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You need to be worried about someone that's doing badness that people are putting on the front line. That's a bad representation of black people, not someone that didn't cream his foot for his shoot. Like maybe you shouldn't.
But
You should
everyone
have.
on that set should be held accountable because even the photographer they said, "Nah, brother, let me cream your foot quickly. Yeah, it's not looking a bit too nice over here." Someone should have creamed his foot. Like, I don't think we should all take it out on him. I think everyone should be held accountable for that.
No.
And if that was my brand, you go through all the pictures that I've been taking and I would have clocked them feet and I would have said,
Let's crop this shit.
What were they selling that the feet was?
I think it was like
It's
jeans and a
shorts.
top.
It might have been shorts though. I think it might have been shorts. But also as well, like for me, it's like I think people are looking at the wrong thing because he was a big guy and I feel like we're always, one, he's black and we're always like, oh, we need more black models. And then also he's quite big. So most models are quite slim. Do you know what I mean? I know men don't really moan about it and we complain the most about like, oh, we want like models that have similar figures to our own. Do you get what I'm saying? So we have a better idea of how the clothes are going to fit. And it's like the same with men, but they're just a little less vocal. Like big guys, I'm pretty sure they think the same thing. Like, oh, I wish like there was a model that looked a bit more like me. So we want all these things, but yet still we're scrutinising a man because he had a dry foot and black toenail. Like, come on. Do you know what I mean? Like, you guys saying it like that? No, because it's just like, why?
I'm
You're
not
looking
even
at the wrong thing.
scrutinising him.
Before
I'm
you're like,
scrutinising
yes,
the brand.
a black guy that's
Unless
big.
they were trying to sell foot pads or something, they're not selling anything to do with feet. So I don't know why they
Exactly,
put so much focus on his
exactly
feet.
my
They're selling
point.
jeans, bruv, give him trainers and socks.
And then to say that it's a bad representation of black people, like
No. I'm on
us
the
of all
brand.
people, Defo Cream, sorry. Like,
on the brand still.
one person doesn't represent a whole nation of people.
Oh man.
Just saying.
I feel so
So
sorry for him.
if you ever see this, I don't know if you're going to see this, but don't worry about it. Ignore the haters.
Yeah, there's worse feet out there still.
Trust
There's
me.
worse feet out there.
Yeah, no, and that's someone's complex as well. And I don't like when people. It's just
That's
the
why
internet,
I had
innit?
to say I don't have the best feet in the world, but I know God didn't give me everything.
No, you can't have
But at the
everything.
same time,
I'm sure
I'm
he's
not
a
going to
really
be
nice
waving my
person.
toes around everyone's face.
Yeah, but he wasn't waving the toes. The toes were just there. People zoomed in. Mind your business. You're in his business. Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
would have put socks on.
Don't do that. But then I also feel as well, like, this is another problem because it's like, as for me personally, I do feel like I have to make, as a black person, more of a conscious effort to look good. Do you get what I'm saying? Just from little things like, if you want to go out with like, maybe a white girl could wake up in the morning and not really do much with her hair, and it's like, oh, you've got like a messy bun. If I wake up in the morning and don't do my hair, it's like you did not do your hair. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like as a black person, anyways, we have like this pressure to like constantly look good. Do you know what I mean? But we have to do the most just to even, well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really don't care. Like, I'll still go to the shop in my onesie and I don't business. Yeah. Like, I really don't care, and I don't care who sees me, because I feel like some people used to do that, but now because of social media, they're a bit more like, oh, I don't want anyone to see. I can't bother to get ready, but I'm gonna rally up my face so they don't notice me.
What are you talking about? Under that is straight meat milk cane rolls. Like, I am not doing the most for my school run. I'm not doing the most to go shop. Like, if you see me, you see me, but it is what it is.
But do you feel you put that part of you on like social media? Do you think people know that?
I definitely don't.
I don't think I think they think you're glam like 24/7.
But if you see me, you see me. I'm not. Yeah. I'm definitely always in a bonnet, headscarf. Like, it's not that. Like, it takes too long to get this perfect just to go shop. But we are scrutinised a lot. We do always have to do the extra. We do, like, it just is what it is. I think I've got to the point where I've accepted it, which is not, I don't even know if that's a good thing anymore. That we're so used to just being harshly scrutinised that you just feel like everything's got to be perfect. Everything, like, we got to speak better, we got to walk better, if you get angry, you can't even raise your voice too much because you seem like you're about to rock out the whole place. Like, everything, we're just, do you know what I mean? We're always being watched, but I think I'm used to it. I've accepted it.
Do you feel like pressure to have like really nice pictures on Instagram. Actually, you guys are the best people to ask because I barely upload. You lots upload all the time.
Yeah.
Do you feel like pressured? Do you know what I mean? Like before you like take a picture or whatever, or before you upload it, do you have like 80 pictures that you're picking from and like you're face tuning them? Like, is that good? Do you?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't even take that many pictures, but I feel as though like I always
have
have
to
to get
stick to
the perfect. I have to go through those 80 and get that perfect one, or it's just not gonna touch the internet. But I don't know. I feel like I've always kind of done that. I feel like everyone does that. No, you look for the
I
best
don't take
picture.
80 no more. I've become weird. Like I like now real camera pictures, like professional pictures. Like there's no phone that's doing it for me at the moment. So even sometimes when my friends take pictures on phones, I'm just like, oh, I could just see the things that the quality and all that. So I like real pictures of real cameras now. But I don't feel pressured. Like at least I get to wear my clothes again. All of that. There's no pressure unless the picture's banging. I'm not uploading it though.
See, I know that's as you said, you get to wear the clothes again. Like I've never been someone who felt as though because Instagram's seen it, I can't wear it again. They're my clothes.
But in the back of your head,
I
are you
bought
not thinking like, I know someone's thinking you already took a picture in this? I definitely have pictures on my Instagram. I'm wearing the same thing. I don't care. It was a new day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
You washed your clothes, they're yours, you
bang
bought them.
out my clothes.
Same, that's how I
bang out
feel.
my clothes, but obviously you don't want to be known as Denise with a purple coat. You know what I mean? Like you're banging out your purple coat,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
even remember you by your purple coat. Yeah. So obviously, but with me, don't ever get twisted. Like if I'm buying my clothes, I'm wearing them as much as I want to wear them. But obviously, picture-wise, I'm not gonna bang out pictures in them clothes.
Well, why do you think it's like really important to like show just because I feel like not many people show, I don't know, not many people show the bad sides, like especially on social media, but why do you think like it's...
But why, I'm pissed when I come on someone's Snap, see them bawling. Why are you crying on Snap? I didn't want to come and see that.
Yeah.
But it's
I didn't
real
want to come
though
and
at
see
the
it.
same
But
time.
why? How can you film yourself crying? Hello, are you?
No,
you
if you're
alright?
doing an acting edit and then that's it, like, because I don't know how people can edit videos of them crying and like put music to it. It's like, I wouldn't take myself seriously. I'd be like, oh, I'm over it now.
Yeah,
Like,
but how do you even take a picture or video of you crying at all? Like,
Like,
what
I
did you
woke up in the
do?
morning.
Yeah,
no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit of a widow. Sometimes if I cry, I will cry in front of the mirror.
Oh, you want to see how you look?
Yeah, I'll cry in front of the mirror. I might not record it, but I'll cry in front of the mirror. Like, damn.
I know I look bad. I look like Kim K. No, she do. That's me. That is me. But yeah, no. On the like, when people say that, people only show the good things on socials or whatever, bruh, nobody wants to see everyone's like L's, downfalls. Like no one wants to see it.
But then it's a false sense of like reality. Do you get what I'm saying? Even like a relationship goals, it's like, oh, happy. But behind closed doors, it's not happy. So when people now that don't look beyond that surface get into relationships, they're like, what? This ain't a relationship. Why are we arguing? Like, don't you they don't argue. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a
I
false
ain't
sense
putting
of...
none of my relationship L's on the internet. Never.
Ever.
Even,
Well, no, I
even
feel
if
like
we
you
broke up, you lot never
I've
know,
never
bruv.
been
I'm still gonna be smiling.
Same. You won't see me being looking down or looking upset.
Nah, it's
My
not
life still
happening.
continues and my life's still going to be lit. That's how I feel anyway about it.
So with everything said and done, I mean, in regards to being owned, yeah, what do you want to say?
I don't know. I just feel like even though it's been a horrible year, yeah.
Do you think
There's
so?
still certain
Sorry.
blessings.
It has been a
I've had
crap.
a few
I've
blessings
liked
throughout.
this year. Yeah, I've had so
actually,
many
to be-
blessings this year.
Yeah, no,
So,
to be fair, actually.
It's been all right. Like, you know what I mean? You've got to focus on the positive things that have happened. And a few positive things have happened for me this year. Like, stepped up my acting game.
Yeah, sorry,
I don't know if you've not seen me on my
cameo,
daddy in the Lions film.
Yeah.
I'm doing a bit more acting. Like, I've been on a few other pods. Like, things is looking good for me. Like, I'm happy. My son's happy. I'm in a happy relationship. Hopefully, I'm going to have a ring soon.
Yes.
Amen. God, please. But yeah, so I'm just focusing on all the positive. I'm not even trying to focus on any negative. I know this year's been shit, but I feel like everyone should just try and focus on the good things that have happened to them this year and try and, it's hard, but try and forget that this year's actually been quite shit in terms of the corona and how it's limited.
And to add to that as well, I would just say, like, I feel like although people might feel like we're just being given opportunities just based off of the colour of our skin, run with it.
Even
Take
if that
it
is the
and then give it
case,
to your
every
people.
day
Yeah,
can we
run
get
with
dark
it.
skin model? If you come
Yeah.
and shout me and I say no, at least you shouted me. I know you shouted me. I don't even care if it's a token thing. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
just run with it, and because we generally don't know when we might get opportunities like this again. So just grab it and take it and then give it to your people then. What about you, Brett? Any thoughts to leave our viewers with today?
No, just shop black-owned businesses.
Shout out your business then. Shop.
Let 'em
Shop where we shopping. Shop.
All right, wait, label LBM on the gram.
Yeah, shop there. Black Lives Matter.